Hello, I assume you're here about money. Let me guess, for some time now you felt that something wasn't quite right. The daily commute in traffic, the job you don't enjoy, and most importantly, the time you give that you cannot get back. These things bother you, maybe not quite enough to quit, but it's not exactly how you imagine being an adult, yes? You might be suffering from a combination of lifestyle creep and the rat race. In this video, I'm going to tell you how you can stop them getting worse, and I'm going to set you on a path to financial independence and early retirement. Lifestyle creep goes like this. First you get a job. It may not be exactly how you imagined life after college, but hey, it's a step on the ladder. Pretty soon, you have bills and a habit of spending your money on new cars, new watches and other things that, let's be honest, you don't need. Then you get a promotion. You like this job even less, but hey, it comes with more money and a much needed boost to your diminishing self-esteem. The extra money is soon spent on a bigger house, a nicer car, and even more things you don't need but you think that you do. Finally, rinse and repeat until retirement. Congratulations, you've just spent the best years of your life working for things that on reflection are absolutely meaningless. Lifestyle creep is the vicious cycle of earn more, spend more, and it's killing your chances of financial freedom. To avoid it, you need to follow these two simple steps. Step 1, save more, spend less. The key to financial independence is not about how much money you make, but it's about holding on to some of what you make. No matter how much money you earn, if you spend it all, you're never going to accumulate a sum of wealth. On the other hand, even with a small salary, if you consistently save, you will eventually accumulate a sum of wealth. Think about it. The world is full of lucky lottery winners and successful athletes that may have been millionaires, but because they couldn't hold on to their money, they lost it all. Think of your personal finances like a leaky bucket. The money going out is your expenses, and the money going in is your income. In order to accumulate wealth, you need to fill up the bucket. The hole leaks out a volume of water every month, so in order to fill the bucket, more water needs to go in than is going out. Reducing your expenses is the equivalent of making the hole smaller. There's a rule in the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, which is always pay yourself first. What this means is always accumulate a sum of wealth for yourself before you do anything else with your earnings. It's such a simple rule, but it's incredibly important. There will always be a reason to spend your money, whether it's gas bills, new shoes, or kids' birthday presents. You cannot change this, but you can change your principles, so adopt a pay yourself first approach no matter what. Save a portion of your money as soon as you get paid, and only spend what you've left after saving. Step 2. Invest your savings. So, the first step is holding on to your money by reducing your expenses and saving more. The second step is growing that money over time through the power of compound interest. Compound interest is where your money earns you money, but it gets even better, because the money that your money earns goes to work and earns you even more money. Compound interest is an exponential growth relationship. Just look at this graph showing the difference between saving or investing $10,000 over 30 years. The orange line shows how much you would have by saving alone, and after 30 years it becomes $300,000. The grey line is your money if compounded at a rate of 12%, and after 30 years it becomes $2.5 million. That's a difference of $2.2 million. You can see that by year 7 the difference between the two becomes noticeable, and by year 14 the grey line is easily twice the value of the orange. By year 30, the grey line is on its way to the moon. The key message for you is that saving alone will not generate massive wealth. You need to harness the power of compound interest. With compound interest, the only two variables that matter are percentage return and time. The level of return you can achieve is down to your skill as an investor, but with a little bit of knowledge and by following a few simple steps, 8 to 12% is readily achievable. The most important variable, however, is time. The earlier you start, the more years you have to compound your wealth, and the less you need to worry about earning higher percentage returns. No matter what age you are, it's never too late to start, but if you're lucky enough to have time on your side, use it. So, by now you're convinced of the power of compound interest, but how do you earn it? Well, the best and most accessible way is by investing your money in the stock market. Investing is about putting away some of what you make today so that it can grow over time and give you a larger amount of money in the future. Think of investing like any other business venture. For example, you buy a small grocery store, you hire staff, and you earn a profit. With that profit, you buy another store, and so on and so forth. Eventually, you own so many stores, and your net worth has grown significantly since your original investment. Lucky for you, the stock market exists, so you don't need to go through the pain of buying and managing grocery stores. Just think of the headache of hiring and managing staff. With the stock market, you can buy stock in most companies, making you a part owner. As a shareholder, you get to sit back and enjoy a share in the profits, but without having to worry about managing the business. These companies work 24/7 to grow their profits and expand their business. As a shareholder, you might receive a dividend or enjoy the value of your shares increasing as the company grows. While lots of different asset classes exist for you to invest your money in, stocks have historically provided the best rate of return. They're accessible to all, regardless of how much money you have available. Just look at how the American stock market has grown over the past 90 years. Every $1,000 invested in 1950 would be worth more than $1.2 million today. So, by now you should know the importance of spending less, saving more, and putting your savings to work, earning compound interest. Your journey to financial independence begins with a mindset shift. I want you to realize that there's an alternative to your current life, and it involves following these simple steps. So going forward, take your time and learn the basics, but most importantly, just start. When you start, you're already ahead of the curve. It doesn't matter what your current financial situation is, there's a plan and a path forward available for you. Starting your journey of reaching financial independence will bring you and your family confidence and security. That's all for this video, folks, but if you want to learn more about investing or other nerdy topics, then give us a like and subscribe. Also, check out my blog, which is linked in the description below.